FOG Andrew here, and Ryan here, and Jerry and Jim from the Family of Gamers. Welcome, War Gamers, to an exciting, awesome video. All right, so
Mystery.
a little bit of a different format here. We're on Google because we wanted to talk about some news um, about Ryan's favorite board game.
Mm.
Ryan, what's your favorite board game?
It's Mansions of Madness.
So, surprisingly, there is news for Mansions of Madness. Uh, I'm not gonna really. They have an article. I'll have it linked in the description. But they're doing the turn of a page DLC for Mansions. One mission DLC for Mansions of Madness.
Mm.
Um, are you excited?
Yes and no. I'm
Well,
excited and mad.
why are you mad?
I think this is a big
Ryan?
tease because it's one mission, right? We haven't played everything. We just completed the set of DLCs expansions for Mansions.
And we just got the Streets of Arkham and
Right, that's what I'm referring.
what was it? Shoot, the one on the train. I forgot what something into the unknown or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. But yes.
So we've completed the set. We're not done with playing it, and now they're coming out with this DLC. I am obviously happy this is like the first time in years that anything has been done for Mansions. I am mad that it's just one mission. I feel like it's this great tease,
I agree. I am excited to play it. Apparently, it is going to be a 5-star difficulty one, so it'll be one of their harder missions. And I believe it said it was going to be it's 120 to 180 minutes, so it'll be a long one.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. And I think that if you're going to do this, that's what it should be. My thing, and I think there is public consensus on this, is that I feel like they're just doing this out of convenience because you said it's tied to the card game.
Yes, so here it says, where is it? Turn of a Page is a new wholly digital scenario that requires only the base game of Mansions of Madness, second edition to play, but it also is a narrative tie-in with the new Drowned City campaign for Arkham Horror, the card game. So this basically story-wise will tie into that in the card game. Now, here's what I want to say. That is genius, okay? It is a genius move to do that, okay? Because I think it's really cool. Let's say we were playing the Arkham Horror card game, the LCG. If we were playing that and this new box comes out, wait a minute, there's a mansion scenario that ties into that campaign that we're going to play? Are you serious? That's awesome. But in practice, you haven't supported Mansions of Madness in 6 years. So in practice, though, I'm disappointed because they haven't really supported Mansions in like 6 years. Okay,
Right.
I believe the last uh box to come out was The Path of the Serpent in 2019.
Right.
Okay? So they really haven't done anything unless they put out DLC scenarios that I'm unaware of between 2019 and now, but I don't think so because I see they talk about some of these back in like 2018 they had a
Right.
DLC scenario.
Yeah, so we're talking about like 6-7 years here,
Right.
which is absolutely insane that they're just coming out of nowhere with this.
Right.
Am I happy? Yes, because it's just more Mansions. But there was a point where it was funny enough. I think you commented on it, and someone was like, basically saying what we're saying now, being a little frustrated with that. And he was like, "Well, we're getting a new DLC now." It's like we're getting one mission that's convenient with another game. I'm not being ungrateful. It's just like this game is awesome. I think frankly, based on the engagement on your comment, based on the subreddits, I think there is definitely a desire for more Mansions, and I don't think it's getting the attention. I think they want to do new things, but I think you have something that's like, why not? It doesn't have to be every year. It doesn't even have to be every 2 years, but why not like put something out?
Yeah.
And I didn't even know the Serpents one was 2019 because, I started playing kind of, I guess, after the game wrapped itself up. But I feel like that was the worst one that we've played so far. I did
Yeah,
not like the Serpents one.
it was they did not have really um the best
Ironically, I'm in this.
scenarios.
Ironically, I'm in the biome for that
You got a little
scenario.
monkey over there.
Monkey Palace.
Monkey Palace. Um so yeah, I mean I wasn't really a fan of that box either. I am excited for Horrific Journeys. That's the one with the train and the boat. And other things I think.
They should do
And
an
then
Atlantis one, like an underwater one.
well, so that would be early A, Ryan.
What?
Anyway, uh here's my thing. All right. And this is kind of a rant for all Arkham horror stuff. I love Arkham Horror. I love Cthulhu. I love all of the Lovecraftian mythos. I love all of that. I love it so freaking much. We even started playing the Arkham Horror RPG, which has been very fun. It's awesome. I love everything Arkham Horror. The only game that they really even support is the Arkham Horror card game. Okay? And not to say that the Arkham Horror card game isn't good. It is pretty good. But it, it it's like a lot to play. Like we have Eldritch Horror, and hell, we have even Unfathomable, and that's all you need to play. You know what I mean? To really like do a lot with the Arkham Horror card game, you need to buy a bunch of stuff. Buy a bunch of cards and stuff. No, it's not like a Pokemon Magic kind of thing where you're buying cards like that. It's actually a living card game where you buy a pack of cards, and if somebody else buys that same pack of cards somewhere else, guess what? It has the same cards in it. So you're buying just kind of the same. Um, you're buying the cards to add to the game. They have Arkham Horror the card game. They have Arkham Horror the board game. They have Unfathomable. They have Mansions of Madness. They have Eldritch Horror. They have Elder Sign. You have one, two, three, four, five, six Arkham Horror games that Fantasy Flight has put out, and they're really only supporting one consistently. Now, I will say that for Unfathomable, they surprisingly put out an expansion last year, which I thought was like an Unfathomable expansion. It's a big expansion. It's not cheap either. It's like $50. It's like $30 less than the base game.
Hmm.
So, uh, that being said, oh, I'm sorry, it's $20 less than the base game. The expansion was $60, while the main game is 80.
Hmm.
So, um, and Unfathomable is like one of my favorite Arkham horror games that they have. Um, so it's kind of annoying and it's kind of disappointing because them putting out this DLC expansion for Mansions just shows me that they can support these other games, but it's just
Right.
that they're not for whatever reason. And honestly, with Mansions, you don't even have to put out a freaking box. Just do more DLC scenarios like this. Oh,
Yeah.
but Andrew, they are putting out one. Why, you're talking about the one that they're putting out. Yeah, you're right, but this is the first one in 6 years.
Yeah, and it's probably the last. I feel like the game's out of print. There's nothing to suggest there's more coming other than this. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you know, I I don't know what else to say. We don't say this to be nasty towards the game. We say it because we really like it and we want more of it. I think that's what I think people miss. And maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're just the only two people clamoring for it, but I don't necessarily think that's true. Like, I think there's a real want and desire. It was sold out on Amazon. We were trying to get the expansions, and they were sold out. They got restocked, but for a while we were like, what was once readily available is no longer readily available. And then once we noticed they got and wasn't even Christmas. This was after Christmas. It wasn't even Christmas time,
Yeah,
where we were like, oh wow, it just hit the store again. Let's go buy it.
yeah,
It was what, a
and
week and a half ago, 2 weeks, not even.
about 2 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I
Right.
because I was looking. I've been like every once in a while I've been looking on Amazon to see if they were going back up on there, and they weren't like on there at all. You couldn't
Mm,
find the two that we were missing: Horrific Journeys and Streets of Arkham.
mm,
Uh, so you couldn't find you couldn't find them on Amazon, and I even looked on Mini Mart and Game Nerds. They were out of stock, and then they finally were on Amazon, and I was like, Ryan, they're full price, but let's just buy them. You
yeah.
know, and that's what we did. You know, so
Yeah. Who
we
knows how
have
many are even left out there?
right. And so now we have all the mansions boxes, but that being said, there's 22 scenarios that you can play fully with all the boxes and all the DLC. Now 23 with this new one, but still, it's like this shows me that they can support mansions and that they're just not for whatever reason.
You mentioned something that they could totally do, and it's probably an easy way to make money if the community is engaged enough and they do the right promotion around it. Is if they just come out with a DLC here or there, or maybe like a trilogy thing. It's not a new box; it's completely digital. You can buy it off the app. It just becomes like in-app purchases where it's like an app getting updated. It's more
Right.
stuff, and you just use the boards that already exist. Maybe
Right.
it's like, oh, you need to have Path of the Serpent set to buy this. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
Or recommended because of whatever reason it has the tiles from that. But like, that's kind of what I want. Or maybe they can like mix and match. Like, maybe you can use some of the outdoor from the Serpents one and some of the house stuff from the regular. Like, I don't know. Yeah, so I just feel like they should be. The bottom line is like, there's an opportunity to just do this. I think people would buy it, and like, you guys come up with a game. You guys already have the software for it, and wow, my hand that's the mansion's mythos right there, just appearing. Um, but yeah, like, you already have the game, you already have the format to make this. There's a bunch of probably community, like, what Age of Empires did. They took a bunch. Honestly, this is hire me, because Age of Empires basically put a DLC out of like 26 like fan made campaigns,
Yeah.
and they just tweak them, they clean them up. Isn't there like a bucket of fan made mansion stuff?
Yeah,
Why?
there's a website where you can take scenarios from like you basically download the files, I believe, and then they import into the Mansions app or game on Steam, and then you can play them on there.
So
That's
you don't.
my
Right. You don't even need someone to come up with new ideas. There are ideas floating around out there. Why don't you just
right,
look, see what the good ones are, refine them where needed, and sell them? You
right,
know,
right.
like, they probably
Now,
have the rights to it because they're already making them. Like, you're making a custom thing and publishing it on the Mansion Steam. I'm assuming Mansions can just take it and you know put it out as a DLC if they really want to clean it up.
right. Now, Zombicide, right? Simon, they do a thing every once in a while called like Zomba Friday. Okay. It's basically like they put out a free Zombicide scenario. Now, that could be either for second edition, that could be for Black Plague, that could be for Invader, that could be for Dead or Alive. It could be for any of the Zombicide boxes, but they do it and they're free. Like there's like a good amount of like I we only have Zombicide Second Edition, but
Hmm.
there's a good amount of just free Zombicide scenarios that we can play from their website. And because we have the Washington ZC scenario box, the campaign box, they have an extra scenario that you can play as a part of the campaign
Hmm.
for free, for free on their website. So it's like, oh, like if you want to play this scenario, you would need Zombicide Second Edition, but also Washington ZC. Okay, okay, they have this Zombicide scenario, but you need Rio de Janeiro for that. So they do that for free. So, but and Mansions has the freaking app to do it. Why not do it? You
Yeah, I
know,
agree. You don't have to come out with a new box if you don't want to support making boxes anymore. Like that's fine.
right?
Um, and it signals to me that they're not because everything's out of print. So, which is
Yeah.
sad. Is the original game is out of print too? I'm assuming.
Don't quote me on it, because I'm not 100% sure. I know people were saying that the Mansions boxes were out of print.
Hmm.
So, but again, don't quote me on it 100%. So, yeah, I mean, either way, I'm excited, but I'm still just, I don't
It's
know, I'm
such a
just
tease.
disappointed. It is a tease, you know.
We say that
Um,
not having completed the saga, I guess, but like still like knowing there is an end, and frankly, like the end is in sight, it's sad. And we like
yeah.
the game so much that, it's like, oh, make a game for us, like we're spoiled. But like, it's just yeah, I feel like it's not hard and you'll make some money off of it and you'll make people happy. So
I mean,
we'll make
I
Ryan happy.
I mean, I would buy a new Mansions box in a heartbeat,
Yeah, me too. If they
you
announced the
know?
box, it would be ordered very quickly.
There's a couple of games, really just two games, Unmatched and Catan, that when a new box comes out, I'm 99% of the time buying it, the new
Right.
box. Especially Unmatched. Unmatched is probably that one. Catan, obviously, with their new stuff coming out, like the sixth edition, I'm not getting those because we already have the fifth edition boxes. So why? And there's no changes, so why bother getting the sixth edition boxes? Nonetheless, I pretty much buy everything for that. Mansions would be that game, but they don't come out with new boxes for it. You
Hmm.
know, so yeah.
Which is funny you mentioned that because I commented on this before that your gaming closet is has a Catan section, and now that we've upped the purchasing power, we've upped our ante on mansions. We have a mansion section now.
Yes, it's got a Catan, Mansions, and Zombicide section now. So,
Yeah,
um,
I'll never forget someone spiked up in my story. We were playing either Incas or we were playing Settlers of America, and someone
yes,
was like, "Why does yours look like that?" And I was just like, "You don't even know.
you
You don't
don't
even
get
know."
it.
Yeah, I was like, "You don't get it." I sent the closet, and she was like, "No way." I was just like, "Yeah, there's more."
There's more. People don't
She
know.
doesn't even know yet. She hasn't fought a barbarian.
She's
She
never
hasn't.
gotten to Metropolis before.
She has never fared the sea.
No, no. Well, it's funny because like Chris, we started him playing off with playing Catan,
Right.
and now he's playing Dead Zone. So like Catan has kind of been the gateway for some people, getting them
It is. It's the
into
gateway
this.
drug of board games. It
Yeah,
really is.
yeah,
You start
yeah,
playing that, and all of a sudden, you got a Ravage Star army.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
You're printing out the Steel Specters with no rules,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
points. I mean,
yeah. Um,
um,
but yeah,
it's funny.
look again. Going back to Mansions, though, I'm excited. Just disappointed that we're not getting more. That's really it.
Yeah, I feel teased.
Yeah.
Big tease.
So, but guys, that is it for this video. Let us know what you think about this down in the comments below. Are you excited? Are you not excited? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Who
Uh,
disagrees with us? Who thinks we're being prickly? That's what
yeah.
I want to know.
And if you disagree, comment down below. Join our Discord. It's in our link tree. You can talk to us. Join. So you can support us on Patreon. You can check out our social media pages. All that stuff is in the link tree in the description. And yeah, that's it. Videos on the screen as well, guys. We'll see you in the next one.